If you ever hear sirens and feel relieved, ask yourself one thing. Are they coming to help you? Or are you just late to your own emergency? Welcome back. My name doesn't matter. Just know I spent 10 years as a 911 dispatcher. Nights, mostly. The hours when the city is half asleep and all the broken pieces are wide awake. I took thousands of calls. Fights, fires, overdoses, crashes. But there's one call they still use in training. It has a tag in the system now, a little code in the corner of the recording. WL-ARC/event. Siren Echo. Ward Line Audio Recovery Catalog. We just call it the Siren Call. It was a Tuesday night that felt like Sunday. Rain on the dark glass, fluorescent lights humming overhead, that tired hospital buzz. 3 of us were on. Me, Tasha, and Quinn, the rookie, still learning how to keep his voice steady when people screamed at him. The room smelled like stale coffee and wet jackets. The big Emerson logo glowed on the wall screen. Emerson Civic Response / powered by Ward Line, cycling through graphs and response times like a proud parent. Couple of noise complaints, one drunk guy who locked himself out in his socks. Routine. Then a line lit up on my console. Unknown wireless. Rough GPS hit out on a county road. I tapped my headset. 911, what's your emergency? At first, just wind, high and shaky, hitting the mic. Then a boy's voice.
Hello? Please, you gotta help us.
He sounded young, 16, maybe 17. Black kid from the way he spoke. I hear a lot of voices. You get an ear for it. What's your name, man? I asked.
Jordan?
He said.
My friend Eli. He's not waking up. We crashed. I don't know where we are.
Words tripping over each other, throat already raw. Behind him, rain hissing on metal, a soft ticking sound, a car cooling in the dark. Okay, Jordan, I said. I kept my tone flat, slow. You did the right thing, calling. I need you to listen to me, all right? Just me. Is Eli breathing?
I don't know. He's making this sound like a gurgle.
Is he in the car or out of it?
In. Passenger side. I can't open the door. It's stuck.
Can you see his chest moving? There was shuffling. His breath hit the mic.
I can't see. It's so dark.
I glanced at the Emerson CAD on my screen. The system was already triangulating the phone. County Road 17/mile 42/ status, active incident. 2 units in range, patrol 3-2, medic 5. I hit the dispatch keys. Unit 3-2, possible MVC, 2 teens, 1 unconscious, County 17 near 42, rolling emergency, code 3. My words went out on the radio. Somewhere, engines turned over, sirens spooled up. Jordan, I said, ambulance is on the way, 9 minutes out. We're gonna help him till they get there, okay?
9 minutes?
His voice cracked on the number.
He's bleeding out his mouth. I can't.
Jordan, listen. Put the phone on speaker if you can. I'm going to walk you through checking his breathing. Fumbling, a tiny beep as he hit the button. Wind got louder. Phone out in the rain now.
Okay,
he whispered. Put your ear by his mouth, your hand on his chest. Can you feel air? Any rise and fall? A pause.
I feel something. It goes, then it stops, then it goes again.
That's breathing. Not good breathing, but breathing. Is there vomit? Blood?
Yeah, there's blood on his teeth.
Turn his head gently to the side, I said. We don't want him choking. Don't move his neck, just the jaw if you can. Any gasping, any change, you tell me right away." He went quiet. Just rain and the thin static of our connection. Then,
"This is all my fault."
"We can talk about that later," I said. "Right now, you're keeping him alive." 5 minutes in, I kept him talking, kept him inside small tasks, count Eli's breaths, describe the trees, any mailbox, any sign. He said it was just woods and a curve in the road, no houses, no lights. On my second monitor, the little icons crawled across the map. Patrol 3-2 ahead, Medic 5 behind. Blue lines moving through digital rain. 7:10, 6:35, 5:52. "Hey," Jordan said suddenly. His tone shifted, not panicked, almost, "I hear them." I didn't. "What do you hear?"
"The sirens,"
he said. And the relief in his voice hit me like a punch.
"Thank God. I hear them."
I checked the map. Patrol still 3 miles out. Medic, more. Our radio channels were quiet. No unit on scene. Tasha looked over. I shook my head. She tapped her ear. No sirens. "Jordan," I said, "they're still a few minutes away, okay? Might be highway noise."
"No,"
he said.
"They're right there. Getting louder. You don't hear that?"
All I heard through my headset was rain. But under it, something. A high wail, distant, not coming from my radio, from the phone, like we were listening to 2 different nights. "You sure they're not just on the highway?" I asked. "I can see the lights," he said. "They in the trees. Red and blue. On the branches like Christmas." The little hairs on my arms stood up. "Okay," I said. "Listen to me. Don't run toward them. Stay with Eli. Keep your hand on his chest. Tell them where you are when they reach you, but don't move him. You understand?" "I see them," he whispered. "They walking down the road now." "Who is? Can you see uniforms? Badges?" "Yeah. 3, coming up to the car." His breathing changed, like he was bracing himself. Not panicked, expectant. His voice moved away from the mic. "Hey, we're here. He's not breathing right, please." I listened hard. No new voices, no clink of gear. Just rain and a low, rough sound under it, like static dragging over metal. "Jordan," I said, "let one of them have the phone, okay? I need to talk to them." There was shuffling, footsteps, a thump like someone bumping the chassis. Silence. "Jordan?" Nothing. 11 seconds of pure rain. Then the line cut. I stared at the timer as it froze. 11:42. My radio crackled. "Patrol 3-2. Dispatch, this is 3-2. Approaching mile 42 now. No visuals yet. Road's slick as hell tonight." "Copy 3-2. Caller reported you on scene." "Negative," he said. "Just getting eyes on the curve now. Stand by." "Yeah. We got a vehicle in the ditch, major front-end damage, 2 males inside, 1 appears unconscious. No one outside." Medic 5 chimed in. "Medic 5 on scene, starting triage." I swallowed. "Any sign of a bystander? Teen male, possibly out of the car, phone in hand?" "Negative," 3-2 said. "Both doors crumpled, passenger pinned, driver slumped over the wheel. He's, I think he's our caller. No pulse, starting compressions." Behind his words now, I heard real sirens, the ones matching the icons on my screen. The timing was wrong, completely wrong. I looked at the call log. Emergency call, inbound source, wireless, unknown. Duration, 00. They tried to write it up as a glitch. The Emerson tech came in later. Young dude, dark skin, jittery from too much coffee and not enough sleep. Badge lanyard that said Emerson Systems / Ward Line Tech Ops. He pulled logs, clicked through windows, blamed the storm, the tower, the carrier. Phone lost contact right as he dialed, he said. System rang you but never fully connected his end. Shows up as a 0-second ghost call. Happens. But I talked to him, I said, for almost 12 minutes. He gave me the look people give when they want you calm, not correct. You sure you weren't on another line at the same time? He asked. We had some cross-routing during the outage last week. Emerson Audit flagged a few orphan audio segments. He tapped another window. In the corner of my screen, a little red notice blinked. WL-ARC. Notice. Anomalous sample detected. Processing. See, he said. Ward line's already scraping it for QA. They'll clean up the echo. Play it back, Tasha said, rolling over in her chair. Let's hear this echo. So we did. The recording started. Wind, rain, my own voice. 911, what's your emergency? Then Jordan.
Hello? Please, you gotta help us.
We listened. The CPR instructions, his counting, the way he said Eli's name like it hurt his teeth, the little half-laugh when he joked the trees looked like broke Christmas. Then the part. Hey, he said, I hear them. On the tape, the sirens were crystal clear, not faint, not maybe. A whole wall of sound under his voice, layered, rising, Doppler shift as they crested some invisible hill. I remembered that silence in my headset when he'd said it live. Quinn drifted closer, so did Tasha. We got to the line. They in the trees. And under it, just for a second, something else. A voice. Low, buried under the noise. The tech leaned forward. Hold up, let me isolate that. He slid filters around, cut frequencies. The room filled with a dull, grumbling version of rain and sirens. Then we heard it. My voice. But not right. Slower. Dragged out. Saying words I hadn't spoken yet. Keep him talking. Don't let him hang up. We are almost there. A few seconds later, on the tape, my live voice came in with those exact instructions. Same rhythm, same exhausted tone. Old buffer artifact, the tech said quickly, snatches audio from later in the file and mirrors it. The ward line tools will scrub it. He clicked a command. On the side of the screen, the red notice changed. WL-ARC. Status. Anomaly stored. /tag, siren echo /access, internal. The word internal flashed in ward line gray. Same gray I'd seen on other screens. The kind that means above your pay grade. He backed out of the window. See? Flagged. Engineers love this freaky stuff, makes their conference talks spicy. He logged out. He never once mentioned the other thing, the little CAD note that popped up after he closed the file. I only caught it because I was staring at the wrong corner of the screen. Dispatch, reconcile note, auto-generated. Subject, incident number 24-0713-1732. Text, reconciliation complete, no live subject detected. Then it blinked away, rolled off the log like it had never been there. The medical examiner's report came back days later. Cause of death, impact injuries, internal bleeding, 1 neck fracture, 1 ruptured spleen. Estimated time of death for both boys, 2 minutes before my console showed Jordan's call connecting. "We listed as unwitnessed," my supervisor said. "No bystanders, no live contact. The call didn't technically connect, so we don't mention it to the family. Too confusing. Stick to the facts." The fact, according to Emerson's final summary, was simple. Unwitnessed crash, delayed discovery, no third party on scene. I signed off on the report, but at night I played that recording again, played the last 30 seconds on loop.
"Please," Jordan said, "please don't let him die."
"Ambulance is almost there," my voice answered. Under us both, the sirens hit a peak. Metal scraping over metal rose beneath them like the world grinding its own teeth. And under that, just once, so soft you could miss it. "We're already here." Click. Call ended. Emerson eventually pushed a software update, new siren filters, new latency adjustments, a memo that said, "Reminder, line noise and temporal drift artifacts are normal in high-load weather events. Do not discuss WL-ARC tagged events with the public." They gave us a new screen, too, a little tab in the corner of the CAD. Emergency Sauce Mirror / courtesy of Emerson. It showed anonymous stats from cell phones in our jurisdiction, missed 911 attempts, canceled sauce swipes, calls that connected for less than a second and dropped. Glitches. Every time I opened it, there was at least one entry with a duration of 00, marked status, echo only, sync pending. I started checking my own phone on breaks, going into settings, scrolling down to emergency sauce / recent calls. Once, after a storm, I saw it. A line I didn't remember. Emergency call 911. Duration 00:00. Time 2:17 a.m. At 2:17 a.m., I'd been on shift, in the chair, listening to someone else's disaster. My hands went cold. I asked myself the same thing I'm about to ask you. When we hear sirens, we think somebody's coming. We calm down. We feel safer. We tell ourselves at least help is on the way. But sirens are just sound, and sound is slow. Slower than light. Slower than death. Sometimes what you hear isn't what's happening. It's what already happened. Somewhere close. Somewhere you can't quite see. Our fancy Emerson systems call it temporal drift and echo artifacts. Wardline files it under internal / unresolved. I call it something simpler. A warning that didn't reach the right person in time. So here's what I want you to do. Not now. Later. When you're alone. Open your phone. Go to your emergency sauce history. Scroll. If you see a 911 call you don't remember making, especially one marked 0000, ask yourself who was on the other side of that line. Ask yourself if you heard sirens that night, far off with no flashing lights anywhere. Ask if you felt your chest tighten for no reason. If you whispered, "They're here," without knowing why. Because maybe Jordan wasn't calling forward. Maybe I was the echo. And if you're hearing sirens right now, with your screen in your hand in a room that's too quiet, don't say it out loud. Don't say, "They're here." Because if you can hear them before anyone else, they might be coming for you. Or worse, you might already be the one on the recording.
Thank you for listening to The Storyteller's Moon. If this story touched you, scared you, or kept you on the edge of your seat, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Your support keeps the stories alive, and I can't wait to share the next one with you under the moonlight. Until then, may your nights be safe and your dreams unforgettable.